Very good afternoon to everyone present here, like distinguished dignitaries, esteemed keynote speakers, respected faculty members, participants from across the globe, and dear students. It gives me a pleasure and pride to welcome you all to the fourth International Conference on Computational Finance and Business Analytics CFBA 2026, hosted by the InterScience Institute of Management and Technology, IIMT Bhubaneswar. In today's rapidly evolving technological landscape, computational intelligence is redefining the way we approach finance, business decision making, and strategic management. The integration of machine learning, advanced analytics, and intelligence systems is enabling organizations to enhance predictive capabilities, manage risks more effectively, and drive innovation. This conference brings together thought leaders, researchers, and industry experts to engage in meaningful discussions on how computational finance and business analytics are shaping the future of global business ecosystem. CFBA 2026 is more than just an academic gathering. It is a platform for collaboration, innovation, and knowledge exchange. The ideas and discussions initiated here will extend far beyond this venue, influencing research, industry practices, and policy framework worldwide. Organized by IIMT Bhubaneswar, a premier institution dedicated to academic excellence and multidisciplinary research, this conference reflects our continued commitment to bringing the gap between theoretical advancement and practical application in the field of computational intelligence. Before we begin to the inaugural address, allow me to walk you through today's program schedule. So the introduction will be given by me. I am Alok Arun, the conference coordinator of this conference and faculty member of IIMT Bhubaneswar. The inaugural address will be addressed by our program chair, Dr. Jaydev Karasar, professor and director at IIMT Bhubaneswar. About the institute will be delivered by our organizing chair, Professor Dr. Pramod Kumar Pusti sir. About the conference will be delivered by our publication chair, Professor Dr. Shrikant Patnaik, and later on we'll be moving to the paper presentation section. Let me speak a few lines about our director, Professor Jaydev Karasar, then he will be addressing the podium. Professor Jaydev Kar received his BSc in Engineering, Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering with honors from UC Bulla, at present known as VSSUT, in 1997, and MTech in Computer Science from Image Processing Base and PhD from Utkal University, Manivihar, Bhubaneswar in the year of 2016. He was a former professor at MCA and Dean at Regional College of Management, Bhubaneswar. He was the former technical head of Pathani Samanta Planetarium, Bhubaneswar, the only R&D Institute of Science and Technology Department, Government of Odisha. He has guided many PhD theses. Dr. Kara is also the co-author of 9 books for vocational education in the area of basic foundation course, repair and maintenance of radio and TV engineering, and electrical engineering maintenance, including basic foundation courses. Professor Kara is having 37 years of experience dealing with academics, curriculum development, administration, examination, and end-to-end management. Professor Kara is passionate about student-centered curriculum, design informed by ongoing study of student psychology, observational methods, and adaptive pedagogy, contributing better outcome and institutional growth. Currently, he is working as the director of InterScience Institute of Management and Technology, Bhubaneswar. Sir, we welcome you to this gathering, and now the podium is all yours for the inaugural address. Sir, please.
Thank you, Alok, for giving me this opportunity to give the inaugural address. I am audible to everybody?
Sir, you are audible, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. It is with great pleasure and a deep sense of pride that I welcome you all to the 4th International Conference on Computational Finance and Business Analytics, that is CFBA 2026, being organized by the InterScience Institute of Management and Technology, IIMT Bhubaneswar. This conference comes at a pivotal moment when computational intelligence is transforming various sectors with unprecedented velocity, particularly in the domains of management and finance. This integration of advanced algorithms, machine learning techniques, and intelligent systems into decision-making processes has significantly enhanced the way organizations analyze risks, optimization resources, and drive sustainable growth. At the core of this transformation lies computational finance, an interdisciplinary field that blends computational intelligence with financial theory to enable predictive analytics, algorithm decision making, and strategic innovation. CFBA 2026 serves as a dynamic platform that brings together academicians, researchers, industry practitioners, data scientists, and policy influencers from across the globe. It aims to foster meaningful dialogue and innovation across both theoretical and applied dimensions of computational finance and business analytics. The conference emphasizes the fusion of management principles with data-driven and algorithmic approaches to address complex real-world challenges while also encouraging cross-disciplinary collaborations and impactful research contributions. Furthermore, CFBA 2026 is committed to promoting real-world applicability by showcasing research that demonstrates measurable outcomes, innovative business models, and practical relevance. The conference will feature keynote sessions, paper presentations, panel discussions, workshops, and interactive sessions designed to explore emerging trends, challenges, and future directions in this evolving field. It aspires to act as a catalyst for technological innovation, a bridge between academia and industry. Furthermore, a launchpad for a collaborative discovery. We are also proud to announce that the proceedings of this conference will be published in the renowned Learning and Analytics in Intelligent System series by Springer, and we extend our sincere gratitude to the series editors, Professor George A. Sinigis, Professor Maria Bhairo, and Professor Lakshmi Jain for their valuable support and guidance. I would like to acknowledge and thank our Honorable Chairman, Professor Shrikant Patnaik of IIMT Bhubaneswar for his vision and commitment to promoting multidisciplinary research platforms like this. To all our keynote speakers, paper presenters, delegates, faculty colleagues, and students, thank you for being part of this academic journey. Your participation reflects a shared vision of shaping the future of finance and business analytics through innovation and intelligent systems. With these words, I formally declare the conference open and invite you all to an enriching and engaging experience over the next 2 days. Thank you once again. Welcome to CFBA 2026. Jai Jagannath. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your enriching inaugural address. I hope all the participants and everyone will be thrilled to be giving their paper presentation, and everyone will be thrilled to be participate in this conference. Now, moving on, let me now introduce to our organizing chair, Professor Dr. Pramod Kumar Prusti, sir, Dean Academics of IIMT Bhubaneswar. Professor Pramod Kumar Prusti is the Dean Academics of IIMT Bhubaneswar, Odisha, India. He was the former HOD in Ravenshaw University, Cuttack, Odisha. He has received his PhD degree from Utkal University, Bhubaneswar on accounting and finance based topics. He has supervised 5 PhD scholars. He is the author of 35 research articles and 3 textbooks, that is management accounting, cost accounting, and also advanced cost and management accounting, which are useful for CA, CMA, and MBA students. He has supervised more than 300 projects in different disciplines. Professor Prusti has chaired as keynote speaker in many conferences within the country. During his professional career, Professor Prusti has performed his job as a successful academician and administrator around 40 years in different government autonomous colleges, including Ravenshaw University, and also in different reputed educational institution as professor and dean of commerce. Right now, I'll be welcoming Professor Prusti sir to speak a few lines about our institute and progress the meeting. Sir, please.
Jai Jagannath. Very good afternoon to one and all present here. It is my pleasure to speak a few words about our institute. InterScience Institute of Management and Technology, Bhubaneswar, was established in the year 2007 with an objective of teaching science of management in addition to the practice of management. The name itself explains about the scientific study of management, and further to mention that it is inscribed in our institute logo. From the academic year 2025-26, IIMT offers various dimensions of engineering studies for both undergraduate and postgraduate students. For undergraduate students, we offer civil engineering, computer science engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, computer science and engineering, artificial intelligence and machine learning, computer science and engineering, cyber security. For postgraduate students, we offer MTech in computer science and engineering, artificial intelligence and machine learning, Master of Business Administration, and Master in Computer Application. IIMT Bhubaneswar believe in teaching science of management. Let me explain what do we mean by teaching science of management. During these 15 years of existence, we have organized, facilitated more than 100 symposium, seminar, workshops, national and international in various niche areas of management and technology. IIMT have created a platform known as InterScience Research Network, which is popularly known as IRNet, consisting of professionals and researchers. IRNet promotes and manages outreach research publications in the field of science, technology, engineering, and management, with additional focus is given to nature-inspired computing, smart technologies for sustainable development, and intelligent transportation systems which align within the field of science, technology, engineering, and management, and also global contributions. It is available at www.interscience.ac.in, through which we organize various programs inside and outside India. We do arrange workshops and seminars at various universities. We will perform many conferences in this year, which you can see it in this slide. International Conference on Cybernetics, Control and Communications, 17th and 18th April 2026, IIMT Bhubaneswar, and so on. Since our inception, we at IIMT have edited and published more than 150 volumes in the area of management and technology from reputed publishing houses like IEEE, SCM, Springer, Elsevier, iOS, SPY, Clear Academic, MDPI, Hindawi, or IndoScience, etc. All these books are available for purchase from Google or Amazon. All our faculty members are engaged in these activities. Each year, we invite and host professors from abroad for workshops and seminars. I am tempted to say that Professor Jesus Garcia from Universidad Complutense de Madrid, Professor Vijayan Sukumaran from Oakland University School of Business, and Professor Vipul Jain was here from Victoria University, Wellington, for a month on a research exchange program during 2023. Professor Rajkumar Bhuya from the University of Melbourne have visited our institute during the month of August 2024. Professor Valentina E. Balas, Aurel Valaicu University of Art, Romania, have visited our institute for an international conference on AI and financial innovation from 6th February 2025 to 9th February 2025. Each year, we invite and host professors from abroad for workshops and seminars. Our students are consistently provided with opportunities to stay updated with industrial trends and gain exposure to the demands of the global marketplace. We publish management books through our own in-house publication, that is IIMT lecture notes on management, where we publish the essential books like self-management, career guidance, and emerging field of management. We are pleased to announce that this year we have published a new book titled Evolving Careers in Engineering and Technology, which is now available on Amazon, developed under the leadership of Professor Dr. Shrikant Patnaik and Professor Dr. Jaydev Kaur. The book offers valuable perspectives for engineering aspirants, guiding them towards diverse career pathways and helping them make informed professional choices. We are pleased to announce that this year we have launched the International Journal of Artificial Intelligence, Governance and Human Rights. The journal provides a scholarly platform for exploring the intersection of artificial intelligence, governance, and human rights, encouraging critical insights and research that contribute to responsible, ethical, and inclusive AI development. IIMT is an UNESCO Unity Institute. Our chairman, Professor Dr. Shrikant Patnaik, is appointed as Adjunct Professor, UNESCO Chair on Economic Systems and Human Rights at the National University of La Plata. IIMT is organizing UNESCO Chair Lecture Series as a monthly event on the first Saturday of every month at 3:30 p.m. as per Indian Standard Time in online mode from November 1st, 2023 till today, which is being hosted and coordinated by our faculty members. IIMT has admitted as an institutional member of the Indian Society for Training and Development, New Delhi, in accordance with the provision of Memorandum of Association and rules and regulations of the society. IIMT is also organizing ISTD IIMT Upskilling Lecture Series as a monthly event on the second Saturday of every month at 3:30 p.m. in online mode from December 9th, 2023 till date, which is also being hosted and coordinated by our faculty members. We have started one channel, namely IIMT Open House in YouTube. The purpose is to educate students and parents at large on various subjects and disciplines through talks and interviews. By now, we have more than 100 episodes available at our YouTube channel, namely @IIMT Open House. We have taken interviews with professors, professionals, entrepreneurs, and policymakers. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your engaging insight about our colleges. Now, I'll be giving a brief discussion about our publication chair and our respected chairman and founder director, Professor Dr. Shrikant Patnaik, sir. Professor Dr. Shrikant Patnaik, the founder and director of IIMT Bhubaneswar, holds an MBA from Sambalpur University in 1991 and a PhD in Computational Intelligence from Jadavpur University, India, 1999. With an extensive academic year, he has supervised various theses and master theses in computational intelligence, soft computing applications, and re-engineering. Dr. Patnaik's scholarly contributions include more than 100 research papers in the international journals and conference proceedings, along with authoring 3 textbooks and more than 100 edited volumes, including invited book chapters published by leading international publishers such as Springer, Wellrap, Clover Academic. He holds editorial position in various book series and journals, including those published by InterScience Publishing House, that is International Journal of Information and Communication Technology (IJICT) and International Journal of Computational Vision and Robotics (IJCVR). It is also includes publication Springer and IJ Global, contributing significantly to the dissemination of the knowledge in his field. Sir, I welcome you to this gathering, and the podium is all yours. Kindly speak a few words regarding this conference. Sir, please.
Thank you, Arun. Very good afternoon to everyone whoever is attending from India, as well as the scholar from China and other places. My job has become very simple after the introduction of inaugural speech as well as about the institute. My role as the publication chair is to make the scholars aware about the new situation which has arisen after the introduction of AI. 2 to 3 years before, the people were checking the plagiarism. However, today it is in addition to the plagiarism check, the publishers are taking one AI detection check. It is developed by Google, and if you look at the website address is www.textguard.ai, TEXTGUARD.ai. So what does it gives? Whenever you are putting your text, whatever you have written or developed, in the text box of this AI detection, it will give where from it has been derived. If it has been derived by AI, then it will definitely give you that this machine, this software, and from this document it has been prepared. You can there are tools and techniques. Yesterday I was attending one training session on AI, and in that we are also learning one software called Notebook LM. So the Notebook LM is not like a Chat GPT. In Notebook LM developed by Google, it has limited knowledge. Whatever knowledge or whatever paper will feed to that, it will write the paper according to these references, which was known 10 years before as SCI Gen. I am an editor of Springer since 2010, but unfortunately, in 2013, two of the scholars, I will not mention their name or their country name, they have used some tool, AI generated tool, and they have submitted their paper to one of the proceeding which was edited by me. And during those time, there was no such tool like AI detection. But at that time, the tool was available how to generate the paper, like Notebook LM, which is available openly by Google. So if you can, as on today on your terminal, if you will write just Notebook LM, then it will redirect you to the software and you can download it and you can use it. You can write your paper, you can do anything, whatever. It is a very powerful tool. And the publishers, on the other hand, again, they are checking where from you have done it. So this part is not known to many of the scholars, either in India or outside. So people are using the tool and they are submitting the paper. However, once it will be detected by this AI detection tool, the repercussion is very heavy. During the scholarly time, whenever you are a research scholar, there is a risk of, say, awarding your degree. So it will be delayed by, say, 6 months, 1 year, or 2 years. But if a professor is using it or a senior director is using it, repercussion is very heavy. As the editor of Springer, this year also, we are facing such difficulty. Not we, one of the scholar, one of the renowned person, I am not mentioning his name, he occupies a very highest position in one of the world ranking organization, and his paper has been caught through these Google AI detection software. So I request all the scholars, because whoever is attending this conference, they are all, say, either a professor, a teacher, or a scholar. So the world is changing, and accordingly, you have to, say, prepare according to that. I must tell a good word also, because as my colleague has told, that I am editor-in-chief of International Journal of Information and Communication Technology, International Journal of Computational Vision and Robotics, as well as very recently we are launching another journal, Artificial Intelligence Governance and Human Rights. But I must tell also good thing about the scholar, particularly the Chinese scholar. So I receive more than 100 papers each month through this IJICT and IJCVR. And I found the Chinese scholar, they have a variety of problems, varieties of issues. Whatever they face in the society, in the laboratory, in the industry, in the, say, government level, or in the space, whatever. So they will be presenting their own thought, own method, own mathematics, own model, which is unlike in India. I must tell that whenever I found people in India, for example, whatever someone is, say, working on, say, medical data, so many paper is coming on medical data. But if you look at, on the other hand, these uh, say Chinese scholar, I found their paper are AI in music, AI in dance, AI in sports, AI in, so varieties of topics they do research. So if you are doing the same tools and techniques on different, say, domain, different application area, then the probability of getting caught by the, say, artificial intelligence detection is less, because those are the new areas. You might be using the same tools and techniques, but application area is different. So, and secondly, those who are entering into this research domain don't think that research is just like a, say, sequential thing. You are taking a, say, problem, you are publishing few papers, after that you are submitting the thesis. It is not like that. Maybe after publication of 3 paper, so by the time you are submitting your thesis, you found, say, one of the paper which was already published, it has been negated by another scholar. So again, you have to work on your own area, own problem. So it is a kind of non-linear nature of activity, and it is a continuous activity. So like in our country, All India Council for Technical Education, University Grant Commission. Similarly, in China also they have scientific foundation. They receive lot of funds from their government, and they publish through the, say, APC, by paying high academic processing charges. So which is more than, say, $1,000 sometimes, $2,000 sometimes, and $3,000 sometimes. So they receive their fund from different say Chinese scientific agencies, and they publish their paper. Unlike in India usually the research grant is very less, and simultaneously our laboratories and other uh, avenues are not so rich. However, these two countries, China and India, are now the number two and number three position after United States. And Chinese scholars are say progressing very rapidly. And whenever we do some activity, we do some conferences. Thanks to the Chinese scholar and Chinese professors, they always come forward and they always submit papers. And this particular conference, that is Computational Finance and Business Analytics, it is a niche area, and probably we have not only this computational finance and business analytics, but in finance, we have another conference, that is financial innovation and artificial intelligence, and few edited volumes like machine learning techniques for financial analytics. So in all these series, uh, we receive very good participation from our Chinese scholars. So I must thank the audience, whoever is attending from India as well as from China. And with this, I hand over the podium to Alok Arun. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your gracious talk to the podium. Right now, we will be beginning our paper presentation. So, if paper ID CFBA-2026, author using Liu, is present in the conference call, whose paper title is Research on the Dynamic Game Complexity and Operational Efficiency Improvement of Zero Carbon Communities in the Context of Proximal Consumption by Charging Stations. Is the author available in this podium? Kindly share the screen and the paper for the presentation. Paper ID 2608, CFBA 2608. Using Liu. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. You are. I have
share.
enabled. You can present your screen and you can start your presentation.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, it is visible.
It is
Okay.
visible.
Okay. This is a species of It's beauty photovoltaic system provide duration as a key contributor to clean energies. However, because of the frequency of the solar radiation, photovoltaic generation is highly dependent and stable. That's why the solar power is not widely applied in solar panels. To address these issues, the concept of the zero carbon communities has emerged in the wild. Enabled by the technologies such as wind power plants and smart energy management systems, the operators can integrate both build consumers with the so that's the photovoltaic output can be stable. Or we will continue to supply take operators. This explain the photovoltaic capacities and reduce the footprints. However, this practice is not sustainable. So recently, government has introduced.
Hello, it's not clearly audible. Hello.
Okay.
It's not audible. It's not clearly audible. Can you just increase the volume?
Okay, I will try to turn off.
The voice is not audible. It's not clearly audible to anyone.
Base of operators may be. Is it okay?
Yes, it's audible. Now it's okay. Now it's okay.
Okay. Cannot pay, maybe not cover the cost. So the peer-to-peer green electricity trading is emerged. For example, trading the green electricity from zero carbon community to the charge peers maybe is a profitable business models. This is the motivation I would like to discuss. There are three issues I will discuss. The first issue concerns economic feasibilities. As feed-in tariff decline, community operators must rely more on alternative strategies such as green electricity trading, such as supplying green electric to the charging peers. However, pricing strategies and capacity gain plan became more complex under multiple interacting factors. Therefore, our first question is how to determine the optimal operational scenarios and the pricing strategies. The second issue is concerning fiscal subsidies. Governments can provide different types of subsidies, such as for photovoltaic equipment or green electricity trading. However, different kinds of subsidies are not always effective and may have different effects across different participants. So our second question is, which type of subsidy generates the highest marginal social benefit? Second issue focuses on the stability of system. In reality, market participants make decisions with bounded rationalities and delayed information. Aggressive adjustments may destabilize the system and even lead to chaotic dynamics. So our second question is, how do decisions adjustments did affect system stability? The second part is the scenarios and models of my research. I introduce the three participants of the models. The operators responsible for installing photovoltaic systems and managing local energies. It can distribute the surplus electricity back to the utility. Then the grid utility will pay some money, namely feed-in tariff to the operators. Of course, the operators have to buy the photovoltaic systems from the suppliers. There are four scenarios I will talk about. The first two scenarios is the operators will not supply green energy to the charge peers. If look at this one scenario BN, if the photovoltaic capacity is not enough, the generated electricity can only meet partial demand of the local load. However, if the photovoltaic system's capacity is enough, the surplus electricity will sell back to the grid utility. These two scenarios is that the operators would like to supply green electricity. This is the variables of my models. I would like to show you later in detail. In scenario BS, the profit function of the operators is here. The first term is the benefits, the revenue gained by the operators. This RL is the price of the electricity in the markets. It's also the shallow profits of the green electricity. The U is the photovoltaic efficiency, conversion efficiencies. This is the capacity of the photovoltaic systems. This is a generation time of the photovoltaic. This is the price of the equipment. It is a subsidy provided to the operators if the operators buy 1 unit of equipment. This is the scale cost of the photovoltaic systems. The marginal cost will increase as the capacity increase because of the space limitation and other factors. In scenario B, the volume of the surplus electricity back to the utility grid is here, and this is the function. This term indicates the profit that the operators sell the surplus electricity to the grid. This is the order quantities that the EV owners would like to charge by the green electricity. This term is the green electricity discount because the operators would provide a lower price than the off-peak price to attract more consumers and charge it. Of course, if this discount is larger than 0, the actual green electricity price will be larger than the market price. So the EV owners would not to charge green electricity. So this term must be larger than 0, and this term must be less than the off-peak price. There are slight difference between this one because in some scenarios, after calculation, this term may be positive. So it's impossible. So in order to achieve the optimal profit, this term must be 0 in scenario GEM. When the capacity is not enough, then the operators will only supply some electricity to the local load and to the charge pills, but no electricity back to the grid utilities. This is the corresponding functions. Next is the profit of the grid utilities. This is the marginal revenue of the green electricities. This is the volume of electricities. This is the social benefits, social revenue of the green electricity, because the more green electricity, the less carbon reductions, the less social budgets dealing with the carbon emissions. This is the profit of the suppliers. This is a subsidy provided to suppliers. One unit equipment sell to the operators. This is the money that the supplier gets. Well, in our models, 4 types of subsidies have already discussed. ST is for the subsidy provided to EV suppliers, and SQ is given to operators. The last 2 subsidies is for green electricity tradings. 1 unit of electricity provided to the charge pills, then the operators will get ST, and the EV owner will get SEVs. The fiscal subsidy multiplier is shown as these expressions. It evaluates the marginal contribution of each subsidy input to different market participants to achieve more benefits. The results and the discussion is here. This is the static decision equilibrium of different scenarios. These variables is the decision variables. That is optimal decision supports the optimal profit of each participant. These 2 figures show the profitability of the operators across different factors. This is the social value of the green electricity. This is the equipment manufacturing cost. This is the time of use price, off-peak price, and the peak price are in different regions by different colors. There are different levels of capacities. For example, in this area, red areas, because the manufacturing cost is too high, or maybe the off-peak price is too low, meaning the low shallow profit of green electricities, the operators would like to employ a low photovoltaic capacities. So it cannot support scenario GE, GEN, or GM. These areas show the scenarios if the operators select, and then they will achieve the highest operators. Next, I show the fiscal subsidy multiplier curves. The first picture is for the operators. The next is for photovoltaic system supplier. This for grid utility, and this one is for the comprehensive profits of the social, namely social welfares. You know that the subsidy for the equipment given to operators or suppliers is much more higher than the subsidy for electricity tradings. So these two types of subsidy is more effective. However, in the early stage of the construction of zero carbon communities, the green electricity tradings subsidy is much more effective to develop the communities. But in long term, the production subsidy is much more sustainable. Next, I analyze the system stability using bifurcation and the chaos theories. The pictures here show that the system remains stable only when all decision adjustment speed stay within certain threshold. Once any adjustment parameter exceeds its critical values shown in these pictures, this is the first two pictures, and this is the next two pictures. If any participant adjust the parameters too fast, then the system will transition from stable state to periodic fluctuation and even chaotic states. Once the system enter into the chaotic state, the long-term expected profit of each watt will reduce dynamically. You can see. Finally, I would like to summarize the key findings of my research. First, I show that the photovoltaic cost and the environmental value of green electricity joining determine both the operational mode and the profitability of zero carbon community systems. Second, operation between zero carbon communities and the electric vehicle charging peers is generally more profitable than independent operations. However, when the time of use price gap becomes too small, independent operation may be more advantageous. Third, from a policy-based perspective, photovoltaic equipment subsidies are more effective than green electricity trading-based subsidies, improving overall market efficiencies. First, importantly, effective decision adjustment can destabilize the system, triggering chaotic dynamics and reducing long-term profitabilities. Overall, our results highlight the importance of coordinated operations between zero carbon communities and the charging POs with effective subsidy design and stable decisions, making and achieving sustainable development of zero carbon community systems. Thank you for your attention. The operator.
Excuse me, I have to have a screenshot. So it is the requirement of my school that to prove I have attended this conference. Just several seconds, please. Okay, thank you. Oh, it's my speech is over.
Thank you, Eugene. If any of the participants has any kind of questions for the presenter. Any participants, any questions? Okay. So no questions then. Then moving on to the next one, paper ID CFBA-2615. Ting Yang and Jingwen Zhu. The paper title is Portfolio Optimization with Background Risk under Uncertainty Theory, a mean chase model with liquidity and trading constraints. CFBA 2615 are the authors present in this conference call. Thank you all. Thank you for being there. Thank you.